One thing that people don't realize, that adult cricket is the only one that makes a sound, and it is only the male cricket that makes the sound. They're the noisemaker, not the female. The female keeps their mouth shut, whether you believe it or not. Mr. Tal Armstrong is the founder of Armstrong Cricket Farm. Mr. Tal was an avid fisherman. When he came to Georgia, he was working on the Georgia State Prison in Reidsville. He was a large plumbing contractor. Well, his love to fish caused the cricket farm by accident to develop, because he sent his son and some friends to look under pieces of old tin. He told them to go look under logs, to look under old boards, stuff like that, and find these big black crickets that you find underneath all that stuff. Well, they would collect them and they would put them in this sugar barrel. Well, one day they went out there and Mr. Tal came and said, "Sonny, Sonny, get up, ants are in the crickets." So he got up and he came running, and what they realized is the crickets had multiplied and they had baby crickets, not ants. So then Mr. Tal, his wheels got to turning, and he said, we ought to experiment with this and try this. And so we have 7 rooms of crickets, all different sizes. It depends on the time of the year, how many you're gonna have in a room. You hope to harvest anywhere, like we pulled an average the day before, 14,000 to a box. That's a pretty good average. It can vary 10, it can vary 16. We had to learn a lot trial and error here in Georgia, because we bought worms. They would come in the summer, mushy and hot from weather conditions of shipping. We finally, after about 2 years, we said to heck with this. We started raising our own worms, playing with it, and now we're probably one of the largest worm growers where we are in the Southeast. And we ship to large growers. We ship 1 million at a time into California, places like that. We ship to Minnesota, Pennsylvania, all over, large quantities of worms and crickets. These are your adults. You can see the female has the opostor, the tube. That's what she lays her eggs with. And the male will be a little bit smaller than the female, and it has no egg tube. And when you hear their wings, that is the mating call. And normally they're rocking and rubbing their wings. Now we did this right here before Jeff passed. We were building the building. I kept saying, I want to do a history wall. And he's like, well, what are we gonna do on a history wall? And I said, you know, what is gonna go? I says, well, we'll start out with your granddaddy and, you know, do a mural. Awesome guy, Johnny Paintbrush in Gennville. He's painted all over. He's got a good story. He just took different things, and the barn used to sit right over there where the dumpster is. And everything we got tired of, we put in the barn. So the barn had to make the history wall. And then we have Jeff's father, which was Bill, and Sonny, which Georgia owner and Louisiana owner until Sonny sold to Bill. I have this because I tried to describe Sonny used to lift and look. That was the history. That's how it got started. He used to look for crickets. But that's how it got started. We're still learning, trial and error every single day.